This is Tinubu's government. It's Yahoo Yahoo government too. Do you know who owns Matter? It's Tinubu's mother. That Abiba too, Mogaji, the one that died. They will be the richest people in the world by the time Tinubu has done 4 years. This is not our government too. We have accepted that our job will be to liberate this country. How can you help somebody to build refinery and you cannot repair your own? The money that Dangote used in building his refinery came from the same NNPC they claim cannot manage refineries. Since they removed subsidy, which road have they constructed? You would expect that because they removed subsidy.
Hello viewers, welcome back to another live section. Omo Sowore has come out to criticize Tinubu, saying that ever since he removed subsidy, he claimed that everything is going to be all right. That which road has he constructed ever since he removed subsidy, guys? Like, he has come out to say a lot of things about Tinubu, saying, called his government a Yahoo government, called his government 419. That, imagine building Dangote's refinery without even, you claim that there's no money to repair your refinery, but you actually helped, Dangote to build his refinery, saying, he removed subsidy without proper arrangements. So, guys, just relax and watch what, Sowore have to say, guys. Guys, take a look at this video.
This is Tinubu's government. It's Yahoo Yahoo government too. Do you know who owns Matter? It's Tinubu's mother. That Abiba too, Mogaji, the one that died. They will be the richest people in the world by the time Tinubu has done 4 years. This is not our government too. We have accepted that our job will be to liberate this country. How can you help somebody to build refinery and you cannot repair your own? The money that Dangote used in building his refinery came from the same NNPC they claim cannot manage refineries. Since they removed subsidy, which road have they constructed? You would expect that because they removed subsidy, everywhere there should be light, everywhere the roads should be shining, there will be employment. Nothing has changed in Nigeria since they removed subsidy. The only thing that removal of subsidy has brought is hardship and suffering. All the major political parties, as they call themselves, were all going to remove subsidy. So if you voted for Atiku, subsidy would have been removed by now. If you voted for Peter Obi, subsidy would have been removed by now. If you voted for Atiku, they would have floated the naira by now. Maybe naira will even be 1,000. If you voted for Obi, they would have floated the naira for now, because they are not interested in Nigerian people. They are interested in the foreigners who come and cash out on a short-term basis.
419 people, Yahoo politicians.
This is Tinubu's government. It's Yahoo Yahoo government too.
So, guys, you heard what Sowore said. He said, when Tinubu removed subsidy, he promised that, citizens thought that, everything will be good, roads, they will build roads, lights will be everywhere, there will be employment. But ever since Tinubu removed subsidy, all it's brought was hardship, hunger, and suffering. Guys, Tinubu is less concerned about this country. The first thing he did when he came in seat was to remove subsidy without proper arrangement. He removed subsidy without, making proper arrangements, not even considering what, the effect, the advantage and disadvantage of subsidy removal. He just came, first and step into office and removed subsidy, guys. He also said that if Obi would have won, he would have subsidy would have been removed by now, and if Atiku would have won, that subsidy would also be removed by now. Their plans was just remove subsidy. But I would like to take sides on what the Obi own. Obi, when he was giving his manifesto, he said he's going to remove subsidy, but he said some certain things that if you reason well, if you look into it, you will see wisdom in what he's saying. He said he's going to remove subsidy, but he had proper arrangement. If you check what he said, he had proper arrangement for it. Yeah, it's good to remove subsidy, but there are some measures you have to take. There are some wise measures you have to take. You have to, this subsidy removal, they went, and brought corruption into it, making Nigerians to suffer now. They're just scamming Nigerian people. this subsidy removal, they just put corruption and everything. That is what is making Nigerians to suffer. Imagine in a country where there is we have a refinery now, and then fuel is still high. Fuel is, it is people cannot afford. It's very expensive to buy fuel now. Imagine a country that has so many mineral resources, still we are still poor. If you go to other countries, they don't have anything to do with crude oil, but you see that fuel is cheap there. Why is it like that? How can somebody, Sowore said, how can somebody help someone to build a refinery when you cannot repair your own? How? You claim that you cannot manage refineries, but the money used in building Dangote's refinery actually came from the NNPC. So this is what is happening. We're in a country that we have a refinery now, but still it is so expensive to afford fuel. People trek with. You need to see the way people are lamenting over hardship, hunger, and everything. People still trek to go to work because at the ending of the month, transportation costs will carry away take the 90% of the salary, and then they'll be left with nothing. In a country like Nigeria, that there is debt everywhere. How we even heard that they want to deputy speaker is talking about private jets for Shetima. How many private jets do we have in this country? How many these private jets? What are they doing for us? What they use this private jet to do is to go to unnecessary trips. Going to unnecessary trip that will not use this country any money. They are planning on getting another private jet for Shetima. Getting a private jet for Shetima. The other time we heard that Tinubu purchased a new private jet. Why the country is in a very tough time. This country needs quick revolution. It doesn't need downers. We need someone that come and take up the burden of this country and do what is needed. We don't need someone that will be purchasing yachts, purchasing this and that. This is not what we need in this country. We need someone that will solve the problems of Nigeria. Just we heard that they want to get a private jet for Shetima. Is that what they should be thinking now? Is that the thing they should be thinking now? They're supposed to be thinking. Look at the people that are dying of hunger. People are really dying of hunger. People don't afford food to eat. If you go to the market, everything is expensive, and they are still talking about imagine what is happening in this country, a country that is in chaos. You're talking about buying a new private jet for Shetima. What is it in new private jet to do? You see the corruption. That is why Sowore called them Yahoo government. Not even him, even Deji Adeyanju has even said they are 419 government. They call Tinubu's government Yahoo guys. Even the Northerners. The Northerners are complaining. The Northerners, blasted Tinubu. They criticized Tinubu over hardship, and they said they will not vote for Tinubu again. Even if he brings out a Muslim man as his running mate in 2027, they will not vote for him. Guys, take a look at this video where these Northerners, talked bad, where this Northerner, this Muslim man, blasted Tinubu in the video. Guys, just take a look at this video.
Tinubu, if you are giving money to northern governors, I want to advise you to please keep your money and stop giving it to them, because they are not succeeding in convincing northerners that you are competent and you have any plan for the north. Of course, you don't have any plan for the north. You went to Kano, you told Kano people that you went there to dance. The whole of Kano, the most densely populated state in the whole of Africa, you are telling them you just go there to dance. You don't have any plan for them. So we are not comfortable with you. You went to Bauchi, you only dance. You couldn't speak up your mind. You couldn't express yourself. You couldn't point out your plans for them. You couldn't even bring any policy, plan, blueprint. You don't have anything for us. We are not going to vote for you. So these governors are not succeeding in convincing northerners to vote for you. Even though you have picked up a Muslim as your running mate, even if you are to pick our most respected Muslim personality, somebody of, permit me to say, His Royal Highness our Father Sultan Abubakar of Sokoto, even if you are to pick him, I know he's not going to accept being your running mate, he's too big for that. Even if you pick somebody of that caliber, we are still not going to vote for you. Because
So guys, he heard what this Northerner, this Muslim man said. He said in 2027, even if Tinubu go and bring, the Royal Highness in Sokoto, that, if you, no matter the kind of caliber of person you bring as your running mate, that they will not vote for you. That, when he came for his manifesto, when Tinubu came, to contest for election, all he did was to dance, guys. He did not bring out points. He said he doesn't have any plans for the Northerners. He doesn't have any any plans for the North. That he left them. After they voted for him, he's not doing anything. They're not satisfied with what he's doing. All he do is to go from one place to another. He doesn't have plans for Nigerians. Not just the North. He doesn't have plans for the entire Nigeria, guys. He's just so less concerned about this country. So this person said, no matter the kind of person you bring as a running mate in 2027, that they will not vote for you because of when he came the last time for his manifesto, all he did was to dance. He did not give any points, any meaningful points. He did not give plans. He did not, and list out plans that he has for Nigeria. That is it. The only thing Tinubu said was he was going to remove subsidy. Okay, now he has removed subsidy. What is happening? He removed subsidy without proper arrangements. If you hear when Peter Obi was giving his own speech, Peter Obi said he's going to remove subsidy, quite all right. But then he also laid down proper measures. He laid down steps, measures to take, to make Nigeria better. Because if you want to remove subsidy, there is disadvantage and advantage. For you to remove subsidy, you have to take important and wise measures. You don't just come and remove subsidy like that. Because of this, this decision that Tinubu took by removing subsidy without proper arrangement is making Nigerians die of hunger, is making Nigerians suffer for nothing. A country that is blessed with many natural resources, we are still suffering. A country that now we have a refinery in Nigeria, but now to buy fuel on our problem. Fuel is so high, fuel is so expensive. People trek to work. I'm telling you, you need to see people lamenting. People trek to work because at the ending of the month, they'll give them peanuts, and then in that, they'll give them little amount of money, and then they'll, the cost of transportation will take 90% of the money. They'll be left with nothing. They have to pay rent, they have to feed themselves, they have to feed their families. So you can see that Nigerians are really suffering because of the removal of subsidy that Tinubu did without making proper measures, without taking proper measures in it. So this is it. So let's go to the comment section. A lot of Nigerians criticized Tinubu. So here it says the government and the politicians, the people are dying of hunger every day. People are dying of hunger every day. People are crying, lamenting, panicking. You need to go to the market. You see the way things are high. Still, we also heard that they want to increase VAT again. Like, will Nigerians, what will Nigerians do for this country? Like, things are getting high every day, and then the government don't want to know. Tinubu doesn't want to know. Still, he still wants to increase VAT. What, like, are we going to die for this country? Nigeria, is it a crime to become a citizen of this country? Look at the way things are going, but still the government they're not concerned. They are still in imposing bills, imposing fees on citizens. So this other person said, Comrade Sowore, he's talking to Sowore this time. He said, Comrade Sowore, I commend you for your brave courage to speak for the common man, but Peter Obi would have acted differently from those you mentioned by including his name. Peter Obi explains to us what he intended to do if he removed the subsidies. What I take on the issue is that it's a scam. So this person is saying that, Sowore actually mentioned Peter Obi's name, saying that, all these people, that even if Peter Obi win or Atiku win, that still subsidy would have been removed by now. But this person is saying he takes what he's saying, but mentioning Peter Obi's name is not proper, because when he was giving his speech, he said he's going to remove subsidy, quite all right, but then he listed out what he would do to make Nigeria better by removing subsidy. He said that, let me just read out what the man said. He said, Comrade Sowore, I commend you for your brave courage to speak the common man, but to speak for the common man. But Peter B would have, acted differently from those you mentioned by including his name. Peter B explained to us what he intends to do if he removes subsidy. So when Peter B was giving his speech, he said he's going to remove subsidy, but then he explained what he would do if he removes subsidy. He brought out, this is the kind of people we need in Nigeria. Don't need people that will remove subsidy and go and relax. You don't need to remove subsidy. There are more roles for you to play to make Nigeria better. Because if you remove subsidy, you don't need to go and relax trying to take leave. Taking leave for what? This our president Tinubu will go to France, will go to UK for leave. Why can't he take that leave in Nigeria to see that Nigeria is really in chaos? How many times have you seen UK president coming to Nigeria to take leave? He just removed subsidy and went to relax. That's what he did. They brought corruption in this subsidy removal and a lot of that. Let me tell you guys, there are a lot of corruption in this subsidy removal that this subsidy removal, they removed subsidy from petroleum and fuel, guys. So they brought a lot of corruption to this, and this is making Nigerians suffer today. This is making Nigerians die of hunger today. This is very bad. Okay, not just subsidy removal. Okay, if you say Tinubu is actually working, doing his responsibility, let's come down to insecurity. What is he doing? People are scared to travel by road these days because of bad guys on the way. Nothing. There's not, like, he has not done anything in this country. Sowore said when he removed after he removed subsidy, what has he done? What has he done? Down from insecurity, down from food. Which road in Nigeria has he constructed? Which road have they built? He said, people thought that when they remove subsidy, that there will be lights, there will be employment. What? Nigeria is still dying of hunger. Nigeria is still suffering. Guys, just take a look at what Sowore said.
This is Tinubu's government. It's Yahoo government too. Do you know who owns Matter? It's Tinubu's mother. That Abiba too. Mogaji, the one that died. They will be the richest people in the world by the time Tinubu has done 4 years. This is not our government. We have accepted that our job will be to liberate this country. How can you help somebody to build refinery and you cannot repair your own? The money that Dangote used in building his refinery came from the same NNPC they claim cannot manage refineries. Since they removed subsidy, which road have they constructed? You would expect that because they remove subsidy, everywhere there should be light, everywhere the roads should be shining, there will be employment. Nothing has changed in Nigeria since they removed subsidy. The only thing that removal of subsidy has brought is hardship and suffering. All the major political parties, as they call themselves, were all going to remove subsidy. So if you voted for Atiku, subsidy would have been removed by now. If you voted for Peter Obi, subsidy would have been removed by now. If you voted for Atiku, they would have floated the naira by now. Maybe naira will even be 1,000. If you voted for Obi, they would have floated the naira for now, because they are not interested in Nigerian people. They are interested in the foreigners who come and cash out on a short-term basis.
419 people, Yahoo politicians.
This is Tinubu's government. It's Yahoo government too. Do you know who owns Matter? It's Tinubu's mother. That Abiba too, Mogaji, the one that died. They will be the richest people in the world.
So, guys, you heard what Sowore said. He said ever since Tinubu removed subsidy, that the only thing it has brought is hardship, suffering. Nigerians are really suffering. Nigeria is in chaos. And then, we heard that they are planning to get for Shetima another jet, guys. When Nigeria is in chaos, when Nigeria is suffering, what do you say of a president that is less concerned about this country? Even with the hunger, with all the hardship in this country, they are still planning on getting Shetima a private jet. Since they have been using this private jet to travel, it's not like they are using the private jet to go for a trip, and then in return, Nigeria will be better. They'll bring in deal that will make they'll bring in investments that will make, or they'll bring in white men to come and invest in this country. Nothing. They'll just go and come back for nothing, like going for expensive trip that will yield nothing, guys. So now we are hearing that they want to get a private jet for Shetima. So let me take it from here with this article. It says Tinubu are aware of hardship. There's light at the end of the tunnel, Governor Sule. So this man is trying to say that Tinubu is aware of hardship, that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Let's see what this man is saying. Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule on Tuesday said President Bola Tinubu is aware of the hardship faced by Nigerians as a result of some economic reforms by the current administration. Reading on, it says, since taking over office in 2023, President Tinubu has taken tough decisions like the removal of subsidy on petroleum products and the floating of the naira, among others. The situation has spent the prices of goods and services high and subjected Nigerians to real hardship. So this place is saying that ever since Tinubu entered office, he took a tough decision by taking away subsidies on petroleum products, and then floating on of the naira, among others. And then since that time, Nigeria has been faced with real hardship. So reading on, it says, but Sule, who was a guest on Channels Television, said there is light at the end of the tunnel, assuring of better days ahead. At the end of the day, some of this reform begins taken by Mr. President. He clearly mentioned to Nigerians that there is light at the end of the tunnel, Sule said. As far as Mr. President is concerned, he's very much aware of these reforms. Nobody said they are going to be easy, they are going to be difficult. This is the hardship we will go through, but it is only temporal. A proposed new tax legislation seeks to provide value-added tax exemptions to oil and gas exports, crude oil and fed gas for all processed gas, as well as goods produced for use in humanitarian donor-funded projects. The Nigerian Tax Bill 2024 also seeks to exempt baby products, locally manufactured sanitary towel, pads and tampons, military hardware, arms, ammunition, and locally manufactured uniforms supplied to armed force, paramilitary, and other security agencies of the Nigerian government from payment of VAT. So, guys, reading on, it says, however, in what could be a setback for the proposed law, governors of 19 states under the aegis of northern state governors firm on Monday rejected the proposed tax amendment bill. In a communique issued at the end of the joint meeting with the Northern Traditional Ruler Council on Monday at Government House, Kaduna, the governor urged the National Assembly to oppose any bill that can jeopardize the well-being of our people. So this person is reacting, this governor of Nasarawa State is reacting to the tax they impose. I think they are trying to increase tax by 15% again, adding 5% to it. Initially they increased it by 10%. Now they're adding extra 5% to it. So the governor of Nasarawa is actually reacting to this, saying that in the traditional, he said after the meeting, the Traditional Ruler Council on Monday at the government house, the governor urged the National Assembly to oppose any bill that can jeopardize the well-being of our people. When the hardship, we are facing hardship in this country, they are still imposing bill. Tinubu is still imposing bill on the poor mass. How do you want us to survive in this country? How? So, guys, the truth is that Tinubu is aware that Nigerians are suffering, but he's doing nothing about it. So we have come to the end of this live section, guys. Do you want to drop a comment under the comment section? Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know what you're saying about this headline. And then, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel. Hit the subscribe button if you're new, and like and share this video. So, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.